and sometimes it's worth the wait, an hour and a half. But check this out, you can see the full valley in its beauty. And something we did not expect to see, a monkey all the way up at Tiger's Nest, just casually eating some fruit. And how cool is that little monastery, little stupa right there between the mountains, with the waterfall just adjacent to it. The monks, I think the monks are enjoying the views as well. It's been raining the last 3 days here, so yeah. Good morning everyone, welcome back to another episode from magnificent Bhutan. Just woke up, literally just woke up, and noticed the clouds around the fortress here in Paro, which I'm gonna show you as well right now. So I came straight to the balcony in order to take some photos. Check that out. How cool does it look? And also it seems that an airplane is going to take off here in a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly which way it's going to head, but I'm going to wait here a few minutes and see if we can catch the takeoff. So yeah, today we're going to go to Tiger's Nest. Hopefully the weather is going to cooperate and it's going to stay this way, because yeah, if it's raining, it's going to be, it's going to be very, very unpleasant. But yeah, let's see if we can catch the plane. Well, actually no plane took off in the last 15 minutes. I just waited and waited and waited. But I'm gonna go down and have a little bit of breakfast, because we have to leave here in a little bit. Yep, still nothing. I don't know, it was probably moving it on a different spot on the runway or something, I don't know. But yeah, again, the magnificent clouds. Can actually see some blue spots right there, so hopefully things will stay this way. And we are getting ready to head over to Tiger Nest. We're gonna drive by the hikeable point, and then from there on we're just gonna trek it. Hopefully it's not gonna be too rainy. It does show 100% in the next hours. It's raining a little bit, so hopefully it stays just the way it is. And we have made it to the spot where the hike will commence. They have some horses here as well for certain parts where you can actually take the horse if you don't want to, hike all the way. Should be around 3 hours or so. The weather decent, but again, you never know. You're going up in the mountains. Most people don't go dress up like this up to the hike. Whole bunch of pine trees here. There are the horses. But yeah, I mean, it's 3 hours, not that bad, and it's not very, very steep. You can rent a stick if you want for climbing. And we have stupas even in the forest heading over towards Tiger Nest. Check this out. Superb view. There's a river here as well. Well, multiple rivers, but this is the one that passes by the entrance. Actually, there are more stupas in the background. Check this out. I have not seen them coming from there because they were covered by the big one in front. But yeah, the landscape, tremendous. A little bit muddy because of the abundance of rain, but things should be good. There's a little doggy. Small little break on the way. It's not that bad. It's just you're sweating a lot. And having all the attire, double layer, makes you sweat even more. But so far, pretty decent. It didn't rain one bit. Hopefully it stays this way. There are clouds all throughout, as you can see. But once we get up there, we should have some visibility. So this would have been a viewpoint where you could have seen the Tiger Nest for the first time. But it's completely covered in clouds. You can see a little bit there on top right, But yeah, an hour and a half or so. The path itself, it's actually quite nice. As you can tell, there are sticks all throughout making these stairs, so it's kind of easy. You don't need, you won't get lost or anything. It's pretty easy just to follow the trail. There are multiple paths at certain points, but they all lead to the same spot, and they're pretty much all the same level of difficulty. So halfway the climb, you have a praying wheel, well, a big one, and a whole bunch of little ones. But yeah, another hour or so, and we'll be there. Like we have seen in the previous footage, you can tell where Tiger's Nest is. It's just completely covered in clouds. You can tell we're getting closer and closer because there are more and more praying flags all throughout. But the rain has arrived as well. A little bit tiring, taking a small little break here. But yeah, hopefully by the time we get there in 15-20 minutes, things will clear up a little bit. And something we did not expect to see, a monkey all the way up at Tiger's Nest, just casually eating some fruit. Yeah, it's still raining, unfortunately. And we have made it to the viewing point right near the monastery, but whole bunch of clouds, fog, whatever you want to call it, it's covering up. So yeah, hopefully it'll clear up. We're gonna go in the monastery for a little bit. Again, it's a complex of 9 monasteries, 7 of them where you can actually go inside and visit them. So yeah, fingers crossed things will improve in the next couple of hours. And something else I was not aware of, there is a waterfall here when you go down, and then you have to go up towards the monastery itself. Well, the main monastery, because like I said, there are 9, 7 of them which you can visit. Check this out. And the first one.
Priviți, doamnelor și domnilor, Gino cel frumos cu un călugăr aici la Tiger's Nest. Să rămână pentru posteritate această frumusețe remarcabilă. Vă mulțumim!
So guys, we have made it to the base, pretty much where the entrance is. And we have to leave our phones in a locker. Yeah, we cannot take them with us. We can just film around, which I'll do a little bit right now. That is where you buy the tickets. Yes, there is an entrance fee to the monastery. This is another point where I was told the police is staying. But yeah, this is pretty much all I can show you. Hopefully once everything clears up, when we're done visiting inside, we can go back and have visibility. I can show you guys the surrounding area, the monastery in a better condition, the waterfall in a better condition, and all the gorge, the big mountains here, because they're truly phenomenal. Even though the mist, like I said, mist does give mysticism, but in this case I would rather have that visibility and just a few clouds here and there. But yeah, let's go and visit it and continue on with the day, see exactly what else the day has for us. So guys, done with the Tiger Nest itself. It was phenomenal. It was probably one of the best monasteries that I've been to. The rituals, and we actually were lucky enough to catch a ritual that is done only once a year. And they had some dances, and they had the singing and so on. But again, they took our phones, they put them in the locker. There were cameras all around. You couldn't film. So yeah, it's something you have to experience yourself. And we were lucky. On the 23rd of September, they had this Guru Rinpoche ceremony for blessings for 100 1,000 prayers, what it was called, and it was phenomenal. But let me turn the camera around so I can show you a little bit better the waterfall that we haven't seen that well coming here. While the ceremony was taking place, it did clear up, but unfortunately the clouds came back in. But we're gonna wait. There's no rush until everything clears up so we can catch everything we need. And how cool is that little monastery, little stupa right there between the mountains with the waterfall just adjacent to it. Man. Slowly but surely we're gonna get some visibility here at the Tiger's Nest. Check this out, guys. How cool is this, man? And I feel so bad that I have no images and no videos of the rituals. I mean, it's one of those places, and if you do come, and anytime it's good to come here, but if you do come for the festival here in Bhutan, you know, it might be rainy a little bit, but this is the opportunity to catch the ritual here at the monastery, which is done once a year, and also the ritual that pretty much commemorates the end of the rainy season, which is going to take place tomorrow in Thimphu at the palace, which we're going to go and try to take it all in for half a day before our flight to Bangladesh. But yeah, a little bit more so we can get that good visibility. We can start seeing the green. So when you start seeing the green in the pine trees, you'll know that things are clearing up. Let me put it on the wide mode so you can see how big the cliff is and the valley, the Paro Valley. Superb, absolutely superb. And check how cool it looks between the moss of the tree, guys. Fog is coming back, but we managed to take some photos and some videos, which is all that matters. The second attempt at taking photos and some videos, as soon as we're done with the first batch, a big cloud came and everything got covered again. But 45 minutes later, things are looking promising once again. So yeah, let's see. And the second attempt was actually a failure. Didn't even last 2 minutes, could barely take one decent photo. Everyone left, I stayed. So I can actually take some photos, because who knows when I'll be back here in Bhutan. So yeah. Not the greatest, you know, I've had so much luck pretty much everywhere I went with the weather. And yeah, this time things have not been in my path, and sometimes it's worth the wait, an hour and a half. But check this out, you can see the full valley in its beauty, and you know, you have a little bit of clouds right there which give that mysticism in the end. But man, super grateful that I waited. My buddies, they left the car. Of course, we're all soaking wet, especially wearing this heavy attire. It just absorbs all the water. It's heavy and it's cold right now, so I really cannot wait to get to the hotel and change everything. So yeah, it's probably the last time I'll wear this. Maybe, not the last time, maybe when we go at the festival, those 2-3 hours at the festival in Thimphu, I'll wear it. Everyone seems to enjoy the attire. They want to take photos of me and so on. But yeah, let me turn the camera around one more time so we can play with the perspective a little bit. I'll put it on wide. Man, super grateful. This is outstanding. Really enjoyed the moss, like I said in the previous sequence. The moss of the trees. I think it's moss, I'm not sure exactly, but it looks like moss to me. Superb, absolutely superb. The monks, I think the monks are enjoying the views as well. It's been raining the last 3 days here, so yeah. So guys, last glimpses of the Tiger Nest. Let me give you a little bit of the background story. Guru Rinpoche came to these lands. He brought Buddhism to these lands, flying on tigresses that brought him to this spot where he prayed for the first time. So that's why this is called a tiger's nest, because that's where the tigress landed. And Guru Rinpoche started his prayer and people, converted. He brought Buddhism to these lands from Tibet. So guys, one thing that I forgot to mention about the Tiger's Nest is that it was completely destroyed back in the early 2000s, and it was refurbished. So the building, the monasteries that we have right now, they're, let's say, brand new, but yeah, a fire destroyed pretty much everything here. So heading back down, enough with photos, enough with videos, got mostly of what I wanted, the experience, just going through this is part of it, but at times you do want to have good photos as well, because how often, for example, do you get the opportunity to be in a landscape like this? Check this out, with the stupa along the way here. So it is what it is, I mean, we'll have the stories behind the weather in Bhutan, those small little portions of time when we had the opportunity to film it, to photograph it, the stories that we shared, the jokes that we made while we waited. But yeah, things are good. And back at the praying wheels halfway through, but it should go a little bit faster here. Yeah, more fog, more clouds. Yeah, things got a little bit tougher going down. A whole bunch of potholes made from the horses, even though I have not seen any horses today. It looks like everyone decided to do the hike. But yeah, I think there were 100, 120 people that went up today to the monastery, including the ones that I've met along the way going up now. How beautiful everything looks when there are no clouds. Well, a little bit of clouds, but just enough clouds, right? There's a perfect proportion of clouds and clearness. And this is it right here. You get the small patches, you make the forest, the mountains look like Dalmatians. That's pretty much how I would describe it, the perfect proportion. So what is next in the schedule? We have one more monastery to visit, and if the weather stays decent in the city of Paro, we're gonna do some archery. Archery is the national sport here in Bhutan, so might as well try it out. And well, Rinzin did tell us if we want to try the stone bats, the hot stone bats that they have here. So we said, yeah, let's give it a shot. So took a few more things, but again, might as well show you guys the landscape rather than my face. How beautiful. The rice fields. Next month, we'll start in 2 weeks and all the way until the end of October. They're probably gonna harvest the rice. Oh, check that out. We can see the tiger nest from below. It looks like things have cleared up above as well, but also in the valley. And if it's a perfect day, this is pretty much how the mountains will look from down below, and you can see tiger nest pretty well. One more monastery right there, another stupa. Pretty cool. Yeah, too bad it wasn't like this morning. And as I was mentioning earlier, seeing penises on people's houses, well, here's an example.